Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today's video we are focusing on solid geometry grade 12 cost drawing. Okay. If we can check our drawing, we are given a front view of a right square pyramid leaning against a right pentagonal pyramid. Okay. Meaning we have two solids in this question, and we are given a top view of the above mentioned right solids. Okay. And then they have cutting plane AA. We are instructed to draw to scale 1:1 the following views of the solid: the given front view, the sectional top view, and a sectional left view. So, since well this question falls under first angle orthographic projection, we know that here will be our front, top, right, and left using hashtag method. Okay, meaning our left will be on this side, on the right hand side. Okay. And then we also need to draw the true shape of the cut surface. Okay, we need to use S as the start position. Okay, and the axes of both pyramids are in line and parallel with each other. Okay, here is the axis of both pyramids, they are in line with each other. Okay, show all construction lines, and planning is essential, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I need to emphasize this: planning is essential. Okay, show all hidden details. So if we can check now, here on our given, we are given the front view and the top view, and the cutting plane is cutting from here at an angle of 30 going through that side, and then our right square pyramid is facing downwards, hence we have the hidden details here. And then here we have solid lines because we can see these lines coming from the top, and then here they are hidden details because we cannot see them because the square here, you'll only see the base of the square. Okay. So now, since we have a pentagon, we have a starting position. What we need to do, we will need to do our own auxiliary view of the pentagon. Okay, and then we are given a side length of 31. So coming here, measuring 31 with our, okay, here's 31 for our compass. Okay, then this is our 31. Okay, then using our protractor, we know that if we want the angle that we will use for any polygon, we'll say 360 divided by number of sides. Okay, meaning in this case we are dividing by 5, it will be 72 degrees. So we are going to use 72 degrees here. Then, okay, let me, it's like this. And this line 72 is here, 70, 75, 74, 73, 72 is here. Okay, that's my 72 here, and then conveniently so. Okay, and then also on this point, here's my 70 and 80 is here, 75, 74, 73, 72 is here. Okay, then with a construction line. Okay, then with the same distance, same length, I have my arc there. Also this side, I have my arc. Okay, then I do not adjust my compass standing here. Okay, now I have my 5 points confidently, so I can join them because this is my auxiliary view. I can use any type of line I want. Okay, normally I like using solid lines. Okay, And then now I know that here will be my first center line. Okay, so now what I need to do, I can just put my polygon inside the box. I can simply put my polygon inside the box. Okay, so now with this measurement this side, I can simply put my diagonal lines here. And you see exactly where they meet. Here will be my S. Okay, starting position. So now, since I have my starting position here on my auxiliary view, I can measure this distance from my auxiliary view from S, and then I can insert this measurement here. Okay, now here will be this bottom line here. Why? Because this is the distance from here to here. Okay, I'm doing my construction line here. And then now what I need to do, I will need to take my distance from here to this point. Okay, from here to here needs to be equal from here to this side. Okay, so now what's left of me now is that I will need to take a distance from here to here. Okay, I will need to take a distance from here to here, which is from here somewhere there. Which is, I have my point here. Okay, let's label this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, meaning I have point 1, point 4, I mean point 3 this side, and point 4 also S. Now I'm left with point 5 and point 2. Okay, let me quickly join my point 5 and point 2. Okay, so now what I need is a distance from here to S until here. Okay, so now I can go to S, take that distance, and then a parallel line to my center line, horizontally so. Then what I can do now is take the measurement from here to 5. You can do this in your way, it's fine, as long as you get the correct shape like ours. Okay, and then all your side lengths must be equal. You don't want one of your side lengths to be 30, one of your side lengths to be 31. Okay, construction line. So now we are done with our pentagon. So what is needed now, we need to do our right square pyramid. So since well they say they are on the same axis, and if you can check from here to this center is 35, so I can simply measure my 35 from here. In this case 1 will be my 0, then here on 45 will be my 35. So now I can simply construct my square pyramid. center line. Okay, and then the side length of this square pyramid is 50, so I can measure 25 from here to the top side, 25 from here to here, and also 25 from here to this side, and 25 from here to this side. Okay, standing on 50, on this side it will be 75, 25. Okay, and here it will be 25 here. And then on my points, I can quickly draw a construction line. I'm constructing my construction line. Okay, so what I need now is 25, 50, and 25 here, and then on 75 here. Okay, then a horizontal line also here. Okay, so now I am almost done. What's short of me, I can quickly put my hidden details here. Okay, so now since I am done with my construction, I also need to do this with hidden detail, because remember here it shows hidden details. Okay, can do this with hidden detail here. Okay, so now what you need to do, you can create your own XY line any distance you want. Okay, any distance that you want. Then take all the points of the Pentagonal Pyramid, because you have labeled them, to the top side, vertically to the top, and then also this one vertically to the top. Here's this one I forgot here. Okay, and then here S is in the same line as 1. Okay, and then we can see that we are given a height of 61 from the base to the apex. Okay, 61 from the base to the apex. Okay, you can have 61 out here. Okay, so now I will need to say this is 1, this is S, and this is 5, this is 2. Okay, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and then confidently, so if a solid line, I can simply do this. Okay, and then because we are looking from this side here, because we are looking from this side, this is my I am looking from this side, I will only be able to see 1, 2, 3, 4 points, and this one is going to be hidden detail. Okay, so here's my hidden detail here. Then from here it's going to be visible, and also here on 4 is going to be visible. Okay, so now they also give me this height from the apex to the base of 38. So coming here, I can simply measure my 38, just here on 48. Okay, then since well I have constructed my lines from here at the top, can label them A, B, C, and D. Okay, then what I need to do, I need to transfer these labelings to to the front view, which is A and D here, and then here we have B and C together. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to conveniently so join like this. Simply need to join them like this, because you can see here also it's touchy. Okay, you can also see here it's touchy. So what's left now is for us to put our cutting plane, and you can see our cutting plane goes through this line, the second line from our left going to the right, okay, with an angle of 30 degrees. So using your set square of 30 degrees, second line going to the right. Okay, so this is your cutting plane A. Okay, then you can create another XY line, any distance you want. Okay, any distance you want this side, because we want to draw our left view. Okay, then can take all your points to the right side. Can construct all your points to the right side. What you need to do now, you need to put your 45 set square here, 45 angle. Then also the points from our top view, you can construct them to a 45-degree angle, and as soon as they touches your 45-degree angle, you can construct them vertically upwards. Okay, you can also take the one for the square, because I doubt it will be a problem, just to save time. Okay, and then as soon as they touches, you construct them vertically upwards. And if you can check, this line is line 1. This is 1 here, and then here we have 2 and 5, 2 and 5, and then lastly we have 3, 4. Okay, then here we have AB, we have A, B, and then on this side we have CD. Okay, so looking from this side, because we want our left, we are looking from our left, and then you construct on our right. Okay, so looking from this side, we are going to see our Pentagonal Pyramid, which let's start with it. Okay, this is S. So we are going to see point 1, point 5, and point 4 coming from this side. They are going to be visible. Okay, point 1 with construction, point 5, and point 4. And because point 5 is at the front of point 2, there will be a hidden detail here, so you will not be able to see it. And then also point 4 is at the front of point 3. Okay, so we will not be able to see it, so you can simply combine, and then you have your apex of your square pyramid. Okay, you can simply join it like this, then hidden details until the apex, and then also here combine it until here, hidden details. Okay, that's your square pyramid. So what's left of us now is for us to cut. So let's start with our top view. Okay, so if we can check our cutting plane is cutting here at the base. This is the apex, it's cutting at the base. Okay, exactly at point 4, meaning it's cutting at the base here, also it's cutting at the base here. And you can join these 2 points because we have point 1 and point 2. Okay, and then our cutting plane is cutting on line 1S, between line 1S here. We don't know where it's cutting. Okay, so we can reference from our left view. Look for line 1S. Where's line 1? Line 1 here. Here's our line 1S. It's cutting here. Okay, so where it's cutting here on our left, we can construct where it's cutting to a 45-degree angle, and then from our 45-degree angle we go back to our top view. Okay, here's our line 1S is cutting here. Okay, and now we need to cut line 3S. It's cutting here. So coming to our top view, we look for line 3S. This is line 2S. Line 1S will be here, and then this is line 4S. Okay, line 3S here, it's cutting here. Okay, then it's cutting on line 2S. It's cutting line 2S. This is line 2S. Our line 2S is this one, so it's cutting here. Simply need to connect all your points. The solid line, you can connect them with a solid line. All in all, you need to have 5 points because a pentagon has 5 sides. Okay, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then from here to here, we are going to see, which is from here to here, we are going to see also from here to here, because 1, 2 to 1, and then from 1 to here we are going to see. Okay, and then also we are going to see here, also going to see here. Okay, then if you come on our square pyramid on the side, our square pyramid is cutting on line A, B, C, D. Let's make this one E so that we get familiar with labeling, because labeling is very important. This is line AD, A and D that goes to E, AD that goes to E, meaning A that goes to E is cutting here, and also D that goes to E is cutting here. Okay, and then it is also cutting where? It's also cutting here at the base. This is B and C, line B and C that goes to A and D. It's at the base. B that goes to A is cutting here, and then also here. So we can quickly join these points. And then because we are viewing from here, we are also going to see this base. This thing is going to be left here. Okay, this portion here will be this portion here. Okay guys, so don't erase that portion there. So if you are, then it's cutting here, then from here it's cutting there, it's cutting there, then also join this one. Okay, so now since you are done cutting your top view, you can use your 45 degrees square, and then can hatch. Can be any distance, guys. Remember, any distance between these lines. Okay, also our pentagon, we need to section it. Okay, so now what is needed for us to do is that we will need to section also our left view. Okay, so now here our cutting plane is cutting at the base, and we don't know exactly where it's cutting here at the base because they are on the same line. Okay, so you can quickly reference from our top view, take these points to our 45-degree angle, and then also here at 4 you can take it, because okay, here is going to be here exactly. Okay, because it is exactly at 4. Then this one here is between 1 and 5. Okay, and as soon as it touches our 45-degree angle, construct it vertical upwards. Here it will be a point. Okay, when we have point 1 and point 2, and our cutting plane also goes through line 1s, which is line 1s we have already cut it there. Okay, then also need to take line 3s. 3s is cutting here. Okay, then also our line 2s is cutting there. Then you can connect all these points here. You can connect all these points, all of them. Okay, because you are coming on this side, looking from this side, this portion here that is here, this portion that is here, please don't do this with your markers, guys, please. This portion that is here is the portion that is going to be here. Okay, so we are going to use our solid lines also here, from here to here, and here at the base. Okay, then you can section using your 45-degree angle here. Okay, so now we are going to cut our square pyramid. Here is cutting at line A and D that goes to E. A and D that goes to E. This is A is cutting here that goes to E, and then D also that goes to E is cutting there. Okay, and then at the base we don't know exactly where it's cutting, because here is cutting at A that goes to B, and A that goes to B will be here. Okay, on this line meets here, and also on this line here. So we can connect these 4 points, because our square pyramid has 4 points. Also need to get those 4 points, and then using your 45-degree square, you can section. Okay, this is how we section. And then when you are done, you will need to also do your cutting, your true shape. Okay, and then like as I've said, parallel to your cutting plane, then perpendicular to your cutting plane, exactly where your cutting plane went through, you can construct your lines. Okay, can be any distance, guys, can be any distance from your cutting plane to this line. You don't need a specific distance there. Okay, so now the method that we use to get our true shape is point xy, point xy, point. Okay, so now if we want our true shape, meaning this is our xy, okay, and then also this is our xy. Okay, so now they said they want the true shape of the cut surface, so we need to have 2 true shapes here. So coming here, xy to the furthest point away, I like to start with the furthest point, which is here. Then on my XY, I have my point. Okay, and then on this one I have to stand on XY here, and then adjust my compass to this point, and then standing on my XY I have my point, XY point here. Okay, and then on this one here I'm standing on this line, point, my point standing on XY, point standing on XY. Oh, this is my point standing on XY point. Okay, here on this line, and then we need this one and this one. Okay, standing on XY. Okay, I have my point standing on XY, my point standing on my XY, my point. Okay, and then coming on this one, I have my point standing on XY, point XY here. Then I can quickly shine all these points. Okay, and then now I also need to have a true shape of my square pyramid. So standing on this line, I will need to fetch this one from where it cut, and then point XY point. Okay, then standing on this one, I might have to stand on this line, adjust my compass to this point. I have my point standing on XY, my point XY point. Okay, I now have 2 points. Okay, standing again on this one, I have to fetch this point, standing on my XY point, standing on my XY point. Okay, then the last one is this one. I'm fetching my point, standing on XY point, standing on XY point, and then with my solid lines I can quickly join all these points, and what's left of me is that I need to section. Using my 45-degree set square. Yeah, that's it for today's lesson, ladies and gentlemen. If you found this video very helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, and please don't forget to hit that like button. Okay, and thank you for your time for watching this video.